Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm from customer care, and today we're going to talk about what's in my grooming tote. First of all, I want to tell you a little bit about me and my horse. My horse Charlie is a 13-year-old off-the-track thoroughbred. He's the love of my life. He's beautiful. One of our favorite activities is actually grooming. He probably doesn't need it as much as others because he does get the Smart Shine Ultra, so he is pretty handsome on his own. But one of the most fabulous things about grooming is the bond that you form with your horse in that time. We'll talk a little bit about my bag itself, and then we'll dive in and see what I have. The first thing about this, which is actually the Roma Deluxe Grooming Tote in navy. One of the best features of it, which is actually probably a bad thing, is that it holds so much stuff. Like literally, I feel like Mary Poppins every time I'm pulling something out of this bag. It's like never-ending, bottomless bag. If you can see, there's pouches or pockets all the way around the bag. And there's actually a few pockets on the inside, so you can really organize your stuff. Honestly, I'm not very good about that, but I tried to clean it up for you guys today. On the outside, if you want to store something that's a little bit taller than the pocket itself, the trim, it looks like just piping almost. It's actually an elastic, so it holds your bottles in place. You don't have to worry about stuff falling out. Another feature about this bag that I love, and again, it really helps because if you load it up the way I do, it gets a little bit heavy. This handle is padded. I actually groom Charlie most of the time when he's out grazing. So literally he's walking around and I'm just carrying this bag over my shoulder. I might look a little bit silly, but it's so much more comfortable with this padded handle. So that's the bag. Let's see what I have in it. Lots of fun things. We'll start on the outside. So first, this is apparently my hoof care pocket. I use, you guys probably can't see it because it's a little bit messed up, but this is the no thrush. Charlie doesn't usually have a thrush issue, but I like to do this for maintenance. And then the powder is actually also really good for rain rot and scratches, which we do sometimes have an issue with. So that's my first thing. I also have the hoof pick brush with grip in blue. Most of my stuff is blue. That's one of the fun things too, is when you can color coordinate with your stuff. And then people can't steal yours. The next thing on the outside is the Cowboy Magic, ooh, the top's loose. The Cowboy Magic Detangler and Shine. This stuff is awesome. I was raised in barns where we don't comb our horses' tails, we finger pick. If you're gonna finger pick a tail, you have to put a Detangler and Shine in it. This one smells delightful. I actually put a little in my own tail before we started. Oh, it smells so good. It's filthy, but that's okay. We're barn people. Next thing, shedding blade. If you have a thoroughbred, my guy gets blanketed, but he does get a pretty good coat. Thoroughbreds are awesome because they shed in like a day. I am known around my barn as the retired pony groomer, meaning retired ponies. I'm not retired. So I actually don't use this so often on Charlie, but I use it more on our other horses. And I know there can be a concern about cross-contamination. I wipe this off after every use of a different horse. That's my shedding blade. Actually, to go along with that, the Slick and Easy, so mine is in rough shape, so I just got a new one. The Slick and Easy grooming block is amazing for shedding. You can actually, if you guys have ever used it, you use it and it kind of dulls as you're going along. You then just find a hard surface and you scrape it and it comes back sharp again, so you can just keep going. There's nothing better than shedding a horse out. You feel so accomplished. Slick and Easy. I'm telling you, these pockets are endless. The next thing I have is the Zephyr's Garden Sore Muscleliniment. So Charlie actually was just retired last week. So I was using this more when he was working, but this is a great light mist, also smells delicious. After work, I usually put it on his back. Sometimes his back's a little sore, or tendons and ligaments down his legs. Love this stuff. Let's see, what other treasures do we have in here? It is fly season. So the flies are out. So I always have my fly spray in my tote. Again, because I'm usually out walking him around when I brush him. The new Outsmart is awesome. What I mostly love about it is that I can actually spray it on myself too, so I'm a little bit more comfortable when we're out on the grass. I have a few curry combs, because again, currying is a lot like shedding, and you just can't do enough of it. I have 3 curries for my pony. The first is the soft rubber, I think this is the soft face curry. He is a thoroughbred, but he actually really loves a good strong curry. This is not what I use on his body, like you'll hear about from most thoroughbreds. He likes this on his face. He loves to have his face curried. So that's what I do with this one. Now my other two, the rubber hand curry, which has the teeth, a lot of thoroughbreds would be like, no, don't touch me with that. He loves this curry. If he's really hairy or really dirty, this is my favorite one because you'll get, this is kind of a weird thing, but you'll get huge clumps of hair off. And when you see them floating around the barn, again, it's that sense of accomplishment. And then my regular curry, it's filthy, but if you can appreciate, it's the blue glitter rubber curry comb. Again, just for everyday use. This is usually my summertime curry. So I went to the SmartPak store and I tried to be really good about not coming home with anything, but you can't come home with nothing. So orange is my favorite color. I went upstairs and I found in the Beastie brush box a beautiful orange and teal dandy brush that I had to have. I would say it's Charlie's favorite too. I don't know that to be a fact, but I'm gonna say because it's orange, it's also his favorite. My nice medium brush. And then I usually just finish up with a nice soft brush to add that shine again. Never leave home without your duct tape. Duct tape, love it. And us barn girls, if we can add in a little bit of fun color, we will. The MTG, I love MTG. So Charlie grows a really nice tail, but for some reason, he loves to stick his head through the fence and he rubs out just one patch in his mane. And he does have kind of a long, scraggly mane. I do brush it out, finger brush it out, but the MTG really helps with those rubbed out spots. I also use this a lot on the other ponies that I play with. I keep my bit wipes in my bag too. I always wipe my bit down after I ride, but I actually also wipe it down before I ride so that it refreshes that peppermint flavor. Delicious. They come in apple too, but peppermint's our favorite. We're getting close to the bottom. So, treats. We all love our ponies. So I'm sure everyone has treats in their tote. I love the Giddy Up Girls. You can see though that I have a combination. I'm getting low on the Giddy Up Girls, so I refilled it with Superstars. This is just the jar that I always use. Love our treats. But we can't forget the barn dogs. So I always have well bars in my tote. We have anywhere from 1 to 12 dogs at a time running around the farm, and they know exactly where to find the treats in my tote. Thank you for watching, and if you want to check out what other SmartPackers have in their grooming totes, please check out our playlist. Also be sure to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below. Thanks again and have a great ride.